Ringo looking towards Odegaard. Ravel, ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Hello and welcome to the Rotherham United Podcast Matchday Live. Today we've got we're looking ahead to the Tuesday night fixture at home to Stoke City. We've got Mick and Ben with us as per. Hi guys.
Hello.
So should we go through the lineup to start with? For anybody that's not seen it, well, pretty simple really. It's unchanged. Exactly the same as a few days ago.
Next,
yeah. So to recap, it's Blackman in goal. A back three: Hickway, McDonald, and Woody. Harding and also use your wing backs. Lindsay, Barley as Wiles as your middle three. Crooks as number 10, and Smith as the target up top. Ben, any surprises?
Yeah, because it's, how are they going to recover? They played 3 games in a row.
Oh, they've got a week off.
I suppose, but half of them are suffering with COVID, like Crooksy and that. So I don't know. I'm quite surprised, but I'm happy with it because it's a very good team. So,
yeah, I don't think you can argue really. I don't think after the performance on Saturday he could really make any changes, could he? And looking at the bench, which is not full, he's not really got a great deal of choice anyway, has he?
No, I mean we've talked about this on the podcast we did on Sunday night, Monday that came out. About in the past, Warney's talked about not changing it, having not changed it after a big win. That it's had a knock-on effect in terms of emotional draining, and then the next game has been a bit underwhelming. Mm-hmm. He's done the same again. He's not made any changes. But at the same time, like we just said, Mick, who would he have changed it for? There isn't much option a minute, is there?
No, the thing is as well, when he has changed it in the past after a decent performance, that still hasn't worked. So I don't think it's necessarily anything to do with team changes or personnel changes. I just think it's been a lack of confidence up to this point. And hopefully they can draw a little bit of confidence from Saturday. Yeah,
hope so. If you want to get in contact, guys, you can always comment on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you listen to. Mason Hall has got in touch asking what do we think it's going to be, what score do we think it's going to be. I'm going to start with Ben on that one, please.
I'm going to go with 1-1.
Are you going to change your mind again in a minute, or are you going to be...
I'm not halfway through, I don't know. But no, 1-1. I think they'll get a lucky goal again. I don't think we'll lose. So, yeah, I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay. Michael?
Yeah. It's a difficult one. It's going to be a difficult one, this, because Stoke City don't concede many goals, do they?
No.
They're very, very solid at the back, or they have been. I looked last night. Somebody posted on Twitter. I can't remember who it was, but posted on Twitter something like 5 or 7 of the last 9 away games against the bottom 9, I think. So it can't be 7. Either way, a lot of their away games have finished 0-0 against bottom sides. A good proportion of them. So they're obviously a difficult team to break down. We remember, and I talked about this on the podcast, about the away game at Stoke. And I really don't want to be the one that tees them up to bang 7 in, like I said then, but they are crap, aren't they? They are a tedious, boring, horrible side to watch. Make no mistake about it. They were there for the taking at their place, apart from that lad whose name escapes me at the moment.
Tyrese Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like lightning. Well, he's injured.
Yeah.
What's his face? McLean. He's just lost his head again, hasn't he?
He's on bench. Do you want their lineup? Not the young
go on then.
Go on.
Bursick in goal. Collins, Barth, Suter. He's the one that looks like Aaron Maguire.
Oh yeah.
Norrington, Davis, Cousins, John Obi Mikel, Thompson.
John Obi Mikel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's as old as me though.
Thompson, Nick Powell, Matondo, and Brown. Whereas I don't know a massive amount of their names. Obviously, no. Nick Powell was the one who kept throwing himself around. But it's one of their could be a threat for him. They don't have got goals in them, which is a good thing. They're not going. The chance of them getting 3 or 4 is ridiculously unlikely.
Yeah.
But like you just said, mate, the chances of us getting 3 or 4 is also very unlikely because of the way they play.
We did it against Wendy's, didn't we?
Yeah, but they weren't.
Yeah, well, these are. To be fair,
bad.
they're a lot more solid at the back, aren't they? Clearly, and I guess ultimately you can't argue with a league position, can you? So, you know. So,
yeah, they're struggling recently, aren't they? I think they've not won the last 6 games, 4 of those being in the league. So it's a really good time to play them. From that point of view. Back in the comments, Mark Gambles from YouTube, Up the Millers is going to say 1-0 to us. And that's a recurring theme because we've also got Christopher Waller, who also says 1-0 to the Millers, and Will Stewart, who also says 1-0 to the Millers.
Fair enough.
So we all think there's going to be goals then, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be a goal fest,
Yeah.
I don't think.
No. Ben, quickly on your thoughts. You don't give predictions, but you same as Mick, it's going to be a very, very tight game.
Yeah, they're awful. They were really poor. Their goal last time, it were like, some of FIFA. So they were really, or Football Manager or something stupid like that, weren't it?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It's
the
most English football goal I've ever seen. So yeah,
you two are teeing this up.
I know.
Big time. Big time.
I know. But I think they're 8th, aren't they?
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong. So they're there for a reason. Like you keep saying, Mick, they might be crap, but they're effective and get the job done. So
yeah,
I still think we're not going to lose. So 1-1 still for me. I'm not changing my mind yet.
Fair enough. There's not many games that do affect us tonight, on some games on Wednesday night as well. The early kickoff does. Derby County playing Bournemouth. Derby County winning, and the guy who should have been sent off on Saturday scored the goal for them.
So, when we said in the podcast that ridiculous decision by the referee didn't affect the game, it still affects our season at the moment.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
You know what I mean? The more I've thought about that since Saturday, the more annoyed I've got. And tonight's not going to do me any favours. Tonight is definitely not going to help me.
No, not all. On tonight, 200. Today is Paul One's 200th game in charge of Rotherham United. Briefly, Ben. Briefly. Take 10 minutes if you want, Ben. It's to get 200 games in for one club as a professional manager is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, especially nowadays. I said it. I think it was on the podcast. There's 3 or 4 players coming up to 100 games for us.
Yeah,
that's very good. It's just the culture within the club is so good. It's not common. You see in clubs like Sheffield and I can't think of any at the minute, but if you look at what they've done, Bournemouth when Eddie Howe was there, do you know what I mean? They've come through from lower level, and it's just such a good culture to have at the club, and it's a long-term one. So I think he's going to be here for another 200, hopefully, if we stay up.
Okay. I'm with you, Ben. I think it's really good in modern day football.
Yeah,
I think it's unique. But then again, Paul Warne is unique. It's not like basically any other manager in English football. I can't speak for foreign leagues, but I can't, in English football, Mick, I can't think of it. In terms of his personality, in terms of his links to the club, his history of the club, and just the way he conducts himself and everything like that, he is very, very unique.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very, very lucky to have him, and some people ought to realise that. You know what I mean? We're very lucky to have him, and for me, like I've said before many times, I want to stay in this championship. I want to go on. I want to kick on. But if we're back down in League 2 in 3 seasons' time, I'll still be supporting Paul Warne. I will, because I know that he's got a longer-term plan, and I know he's doing the best for the club. I don't think we'll ever be down there. I don't think that position will arise while we're under his stewardship. But I know, call me a blind optimist. I don't care. That's what I am. I love the man to bits. I think he's brilliant. Breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I completely agree. I couldn't agree more. I mean, if we get down really get to League 2, I might have to rethink the position.
Lightweight.
but I can't say that's the case. But tonight's a big game in the season. The last 15 minutes at Derby were huge. And moving back onto the game tonight, we need to start following up wins with a result. It's not the end of the world if we don't. If we lose tonight, it isn't the end of the world.
No.
But if we win tonight, it puts out a statement of intent to everybody saying we're here. We can beat teams. But it also gets you 6 points in 2 games, which not many teams at that bottom are going to do that, are they?
No, precisely.
With 2 games in hand as well, if they win as well on a lot of teams, apart from Wednesday and Wickham, I think because they've both got COVID problems, haven't they? We still have 1 game in hand on them, which is amazing when you're down there.
If we win.
You've got to win them, if we win. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think a point would be end of the world. I think following up with something, it's got to be something that we follow up with for me. We need to get some momentum, get on a roll and bring it on, basically. As you'll see, going across the bottom, a couple of stats for the players who are playing tonight. It's the 100th league game for Michael Heckway tonight. After the playoff semi-final against Scunthorpe, I would not think he'd go on to make 100 appearances for us, but he's been outstanding, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Player of the season, probably for the last couple of seasons, I think. That might even be an official vote, not just mine. I think he has been. He's been outstanding. He is capable of making the odd mistake, but it's probably less than anybody else on pitch. But unfortunately, because of his position, obviously it gets highlighted more. But yeah, he's going to be a cracking player. He's a cracking player. He's going to be a better player. He'll certainly continue to improve, won't he?
Yeah, I certainly think so. One that you haven't, I don't think you've teed up, Mick, but Jamie Lindsay makes his 50th.
No,
Jamie Lindsay's is his 50th appearance overall for the club tonight. We talked a lot about him on the podcast. Everybody's talked a lot about Jamie Lindsay over the past few days because of how fantastic he's been. Yeah. Ben is turned into, we said it on the podcast, he is the heartbeat of the team at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's 50 games. I thought he only seems like he's just arrived. But yeah, he just runs about. He's just quality to have when you're in a relegation battle. Someone who just runs about and just, you can tell he's come from Scottish football. So he's just, I think he brings so much to the team because we haven't really had that over the past few years. Like you said, Volks, but I won't compare him to Volks. The only nippy, energy into the game I feel like we've had in the past few years is Taylor, from off the top of my head.
Yeah,
from the top of my head.
Very different.
Yeah, I know, but it's someone if you take Lindsay out, you know what I mean? You haven't got someone that's going to run about and
cause
die
problems
for you, basically. You've got Woody. Who's going to, fight, and Smith and stuff like that, but it's different. Yeah, so yeah, I hope he's there for another 50.
Definitely.
Fair enough. If you want to get in contact with us, whether you're Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you watch us, get involved. I'm interested to know what everybody else thinks about the changes, no changes. Would you have made any changes to the team? Let us know if you would. Reece Kellett gives us another score prediction. He thinks it's going to be a few more goals. He thinks it's going to be 2-1. Probably said 3-0. We want it to be 3-0. We want a comfortable 3-0 win. Let's just have a chill. You know what I mean? 3-0 inside 10 minutes. Yeah. That's what I want. Come on.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. And the last player stat for tonight is Michael Smith. He's making his 100th.
I just touched on. I just touched on something. Yeah. I didn't want to say it earlier, but apparently it was Michelle Smith.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I did notice that.
You spelled your own name wrong.
I did. Yeah. Listen, what can I say? Unprofessional. That's it. Simple, isn't it? So, put me in charge of technology, boys. You know what's going to happen, don't you?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Michael Smith, not Michelle Smith. 100th league start for Rotherham tonight. He's key to the way we play, Mick. When you only play one up top, I don't think Freddie couldn't play that role as well as Smith does. And he's been really good past 2 months, less than 2 months. Before that, he were a miss. But last 2 months, he's got some consistency about his game. Yeah. And him and Crooks link up really, really well at the minute.
Yeah, they are doing really, really well. He's going to have his work cut out tonight against the Stoke, I think. It's not really quite I'm going to say easy as it was against Derby, because it wasn't easy, obviously. But I think it's going to be more difficult for him tonight. But he's on fire at the moment. He's absolutely on fire, we just need that consistency from him now. It's a slow start to the season, but he's back to the player that we know he can be. So bring it on, and let's see if he can bag another goal tonight. Fingers crossed.
Ben, Matt Allison did a quieter game than normal. I know you're his biggest cheerleader. You're expecting a bit more tonight. It's difficult. We don't really know what we're going to expect against Stoke because they've been in poor form. Are they going to be difficult to break down? Are they going to be expansive? What do you think about Allison? Well, we both
don't matter for Sunday. I think he took a little game off, but no, seriously. I think he's going to be key because, like you said, they're solid defensively. So I think he's going to be a big impact on that because it's not a conventional way to play. When coming up against a relegation team, you don't expect him to put their fullbacks and wing backs forward, and it's Matt on Sunday. So what I mean, he's. I compared him to Messi before, but I'm not going to do that again because I got some slate. I got some slate, but yeah. I think he's going to be key tonight. If he's in the game, I think he will contribute to either a win or draw. If he's in the game, if he's not, it's going to be a completely different story.
So there seems to be quite a lot of optimism about tonight, don't they? In terms of from people watching and on here, but at some point somebody's going to have to temper that optimism, aren't they?
It would be you, wouldn't it?
It will be me, won't it? What I'm going to do, just for people who are watching, if you want to just read this caption that I've put up now, and you'll see that your wish of a Miller's victory may well be a little bit more difficult, bearing in mind the fact that we're going to be playing at least 12 men tonight. Referee watch, for anybody that's interested, Matthew Donoghue. This is the absolute melt that refereed the game away at Swansea. So he clearly doesn't understand the handball rule. So that's going to be a difficulty for us. He refereed the game away at Reading. So he and his lines people, assistants, don't understand the offside rule. It's going to be a toughie tonight, I'll be honest. Put that together with Stoke's ability to not concede and not score. Could be an interesting game. I'll just leave that there. Enjoy, people.
Yeah, cheers to that, mate.
Yeah, no worries, anytime.
There was some positivity we're all feeling.
Listen, we've been on the bad end of some refereeing decisions this season, Saturday obviously being one of them. But this man certainly, I think, is top of the league in terms of the stupidity that's been put our way by the officials. So, season's young though, isn't it? Somebody could come along. We aren't down in England yet, so I guess they'll be waiting for the next Wednesday game before they put him in charge.
Yeah. Okay. On the comments, Jamie Sheldon thinks 2-1 to us tonight. More positivity to temper mix negativity.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And Neil Davis, come on, you're really right, Wizards. Up the Millers, 2-1. A lot of 2-1s. It's clearly going to be a close game, Ben. I'll touch this again, but it is going to be a tough, tight game. But this is where Rotherham United work best. Do you know when we have to get down and dirty and have a fight? Not physically.
Yeah.
We have to get stuck in us. That's where we come in.
We have that stereotype, don't we, of that would be Yorkshire. We have that stereotype of very physical, don't we? And people like Lindsay and Smith and Woody just represent that perfectly. You know what I mean? Run through brick walls for you. So I think that's why we're good at it, because we've got players like that.
And Wiles to an extent. Wiles is one of them that's not afraid to get stuck in. And
Rob them mad, isn't he? So he'll probably, die for a club. So
yeah. We'll see.
Russ Bailey, he wants to put the Piggers back in their place, back in the bottom three. He also thinks goals. I like your positivity, Russ. He thinks 3-2 to the Millers. Interesting. That feels like a really stressful game.
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah.
I think 5 goals in one game will be more than Stoke have had in all the games put together this season, won't it?
Probably.
I'm putting up, Anna. You know what's going to happen here. This is going to be a 7-0 whitewash by them, isn't it? Because I've said how crap they are. But yeah, it's we'll see.
And finally, before we wrap this up, mate, the midfield three has been talked about a lot about how they offer something different. We've talked a lot about Lindsay. We've mentioned Wiles there. We can't finish without touching on Barlaser. He is so important to what we do. Is the calming influence, but it's also the quality as well. It sort of fills them 2 roles in one. They complement the other 2 perfectly, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And I mean, he is class, isn't he? There's no doubt about it. He is absolute class, is Dan Barlaser. We're very, very lucky to have him. How we got him for that, I don't know. And that goal that goal on Saturday wasn't obviously, but that free kick on Saturday was just, like you said in the podcast, literally inches away from being an absolute classic.
Yeah.
If he can take tonight, then we might stand a better chance, because I don't think he played particularly well at Stoke. Now, I don't think the midfield played particularly well at all.
No, we didn't know.
When we played them away. So if we can gaffer that midfield, then we should be all right. We'll win.
Except Ben, don't think we will.
No, but everybody else does, and I'm with everybody else on this.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else you want to cover off before we wrap this up and get on to watching games? So,
No, not for me.
Cool. One last comment. Jamie Hamilton, he says he'd take a 1-0 scruffy win. Yeah, and any win's a good win in this league.
Yeah, win's a win.
I'm with Jamie. I think that might probably. I'll be celebrating that at 10 o'clock tonight, without a doubt, if it happens. No question.
Yeah, completely. So, thank you everybody who has got involved, watched. Thanks for everybody who's commented. I hope you enjoyed this. We're going to keep doing it. There will be no post-match tonight because Ben will be in bed.
You said that every time.
I feel like everybody should know. As soon as the full-time whistle goes, Ben's off to bed. Yeah? If I'm wrong, you can tell me.
No, you're right.
I'm right. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's some videos coming up on YouTube in the next couple of days about one thing or another. If you haven't listened to the podcast, that's on iTunes or Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you can get podcasts from. That will probably be out Friday morning. The review of this game tonight will be out on Friday morning. And then we've got free weekend. There's no football Saturday, which is crap, really, I suppose. But we're not missing any games. We're not losing ground to other people. There's not like a full championship fixture, which we're missing, and having to get more games in hand. So that's a positive. So hopefully we can get 3 points into a little break before we go into a mega 6 weeks of football from next week onwards. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ben. It's been lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mick, for spelling your own name wrong.
Yeah, no problem. I'm ashamed.
And we will see you all next time. Cheers for watching, guys.